What happened in the United States of America on April 2nd, 2025? Okay, I decided to do the news early, you're welcome. So can you guess what we're going to be talking about? That's right, tariffs. Today, Trump just unleashed what might be one of the most aggressive trade policies in modern US history, and he's calling it one of the most important days the country has ever seen. Standing in the Rose Garden, flanked by advisors and a massive chart breaking down tariff rates, he declared this America's Declaration of Economic Independence. For years, hardworking American citizens were forced to sit on the sidelines as other nations got rich and powerful, much of it at our expense, he said. But now it's our turn to prosper. Starting Saturday at 12:01 a.m. Eastern Time, a 10% tariff will be placed on practically all imported goods, except for Mexico and Canada under the USMCA trade deal. But even then, non-compliant goods will still face a 25% tariff. Earlier than that, the promised 25% on imported auto parts will take effect tomorrow. But that's just the start. The real shocker is Trump's reciprocal tariff policy, which he insists is actually kind, and could have been much steeper. His argument is that these countries already tax US exports heavily, so he's simply giving them a discounted reciprocal tariff. Here's the breakdown of the worst offenders, countries hit with tariffs at half the rate they charge the US. China 34%, European Union 20%, South Korea 25%, India 26%, Vietnam 46%, United Kingdom 10%, and more. These worst offenders will have reciprocal tariffs will go into effect April 9th at 12:01 a.m. Eastern Time, according to a senior White House official. You guys can look on Google for a huge ass chart that Trump pulled out, where he lists all the reciprocal tariffs. The stock market immediately panicked as Trump spoke. Investors had already been on edge, but the confirmation of such broad tariffs sent futures tumbling after hours. The S&P 500 futures fell 1.69%, and Nasdaq 100 futures nosedived 2.54%. Trump also used his speech to take a historical detour, arguing that America was at its wealthiest when it was a tariff nation between 1870 and 1913, the so-called Gilded Age. He claimed that the US began its decline when it switched to an income tax in 1913, adding, for reasons unknown to mankind. Even before Trump made his announcement, major economies were already preparing to hit back, including the European Union, Canada, Mexico, China, and more. One thing is clear, the world just changed big time. Shifting gears to a calmer topic, let's talk about TikTok. If you guys remember, Congress passed a law mandating that ByteDance, TikTok's Chinese parent company, either sell TikTok to an approved US buyer or shut it down, all in the name of national security. But here's the catch, Trump has been stalling. On Inauguration Day, he overrode the law, giving TikTok a temporary lifeline. Now, with the deadline approaching, he's hinting at another extension, but also saying he expects a deal to be done by Saturday. A big surprise is that out of all companies, Amazon wants to buy TikTok. Jeff Bezos wants to combine it in his economy of products, including Prime, Twitch, and Alexa. In final news, it looks like there was a major win for Democrats yesterday. Susan Crawford has won Wisconsin's Supreme Court race, keeping the court's liberal majority intact in one of the most politically crucial states in the country. However, Republicans also won on the House front. They won 2 House seats in Florida, giving them some much-needed breathing room in their narrow House majority. Okay, so that's the news. Take a breather, cause shit is about to get wild.